Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hutan Pantai. I'm in a very chipper mood. I've got a telehandler to play with. However, what's the weight on that? I've got, will it tell me in? No. So, sails? No, nothing in the sails. Okay. I've had a good one, so it's not that. It might be worth doing it up and selling it. It's 5 tons. So that telehandler is going to struggle with it if it's full of wood. So that's sort of, bales is it's going to struggle with as well, isn't it? Okay. So what if the only other problem is though what? Let's just set this off a minute. What's the back? Could it possibly fit? Oh my god. I didn't realise that. Sweet Jesus, I didn't realise this was the high cab one. I thought, oh yes. Oh, 65 grand. Can't really see. I don't know if it will fit that little trailer that we've got for moving the bales and getting pallets from the warehouse. I've just been and checked the house. Its next stage requires just 1 pallet of planks, not even long planks, so no need to run to the warehouse for that. I want to test something with the forestry. And to do that I'm going to need a forestry contract. 7 hours, that's going to be tight. Where are we going? From down there to there. So that's going to mean some steep hills, which means it's going to struggle to pull that up the hills. I mean, it's 100 and something horsepower, about 135 I think. So it's this, you might class this as cheating. I've already tested out this on with an attachment. Doesn't work very well because I've tried that. That's pretty rubbish because it doesn't get underneath. You can only get 1 log at a time. You want not 2. I need that to test out because I'm going to put the adapter on 136 horsepower. There's a bale. We need better wood stuff. It's this. These bail spikes have got tension straps. So in theory, I'm thinking I can pick up multiple logs without them falling. The problem with the telehandler wood grab is because it's got one tooth on the top. Let me show you it so it's a bit easier to explain. Because it's got the one tooth on the top, it doesn't hold them tight. And with both of the grabs, I'm assuming it'd be the same on the wheel loader as well. There's still like a bug that it doesn't grab, and it doesn't move up and down and grab very well, for me anyway. It's very slow, or sometimes it's not moving at all. So I'm looking for an easier way of doing it, and I think this is one I see Mr. Seeley P using. However, I don't know what these transport straps with out camera. So it's that. How many spikes do you want? Two's alright, no? Collisions, yes. Maybe I should have bought all this, because I'm still going to need a bail spike, aren't we? I'll lease it for now as a test. 25 nicker in it. 25 nicker, that's not too bad. And did I get the... Yes, that's the adapter that goes on it. To connect it. Oh, now I'm going to need a trailer. But we had a mod trailer that I have used that's dirt cheap. I don't know if it's big enough to do the contract. But it is only 3,800, so if I have to do 2 trips, I don't mind. In fact, I mean, if that works pretty well. For the cost, did I buy that or lease it? I bought it. So I've just answered my question before I've even explained what's going on. I won't lose too much money if I that way. Won't lose too much money even if I sell it straight after the law. For the cost of buying all of this equipment, pretty much, that's probably one of the issues. I don't think that's the right way round. But it went on eventually anyway. So for this contract fee, we could actually have all the equipment we need potentially to do wood contracts, and that can do bales for us. I know with silage bales we should be using the wrapped baler. Let's change the wheels to front. But I'm from the school of tape up the bales afterwards, after you've spiked them, because the bale grabs I find really difficult to use. Maybe it'd be alright if we could have joysticks to work on, but we don't have that luxury on PS5 because there's no support for the extra serials. Thank you, Sony. It is this way, isn't it? I did do some testing a few days ago, but I've not had time to record, so I can't remember. I quickly tried the other log grabs, and they weren't great. Quite frustrating. And I didn't realise that this extended up, which might actually make it quite easier to load up. And this trailer is pretty good. Likes to run off on its own, but same as it did on 22, but not something to sniff at too much. So what else is going on? We're here already. That got a camera, hasn't it? Or maybe not. That's about flat. No, not that one. The only problem with these adapters is you end up with so many bits on the front and the back. We want to go to front wheel steering, all wheel steering. Now then, go down the hill. Because if we can do all, I mean, now they've halved the value of the wood contracts. I'm stuck under the ground, aren't I? Yes. I wonder why they'd not got that fixed, because it was an issue at the beginning of FS22 and then they sort of got it sorted. Then brought it back for 25. Straps are on. Ah, you can't see them, that's a shame. In theory, you totally could run that underneath and then strap round, tension straps up. So it's not that unrealistic, really. Also, with the actual in-game grabs, for some reason when they touch another log, oh, that was a dream. When they touch another log, they sort of stick to it. So when you're putting them in the trailer, they grab the one underneath it that's already been put in the trailer. Really weird. Which isn't realistic, whereas this is completely feasible. Oh, I like this. Let's get. How did I get that thing to move up again? Unfold. Hello. Hello, treacle. This is a bit of. Oh yes. The only downside here is for that £4,000. It's going to be 2 trips. Can't quite see if we're on the ground or not. We're on the ground. It has got a camera on it, which is a bit of a shame. I don't really need the camera It's a whole extra click. Yeah, that's quite good. It's actually only... Is it only strapping? Yeah, it only straps what's over the top of the spikes. It only wants the one that time, but I'm not going to argue with it. I'm quite happy with the progress. So it's, I mean, it's possibly... Oh, sorry mate, I didn't see you there. It's possibly, I don't know if it's quicker than me doing it with a actual crane now. I think I'll probably be quicker with a crane, but the cost of the crane is a lot more than what this is going to cost us for a starting off setup. There we go. We're back onto 2. This is going to be 2 trips though, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. It's about 20 logs, isn't it? Yeah, well, if it's 2 trips, it's 2 trips. We may as well speed this up a bit. We need to find some contracts because we could do with the money going up a bit. We're not exactly sitting on... I mean, we're into contract season. I'm not going to be making much money off our sawmill because it's not the quickest of the sawmills. Yeah, it's not a massive strap, it's only doing 2, so it keeps it reasonably realistic. Obviously you wouldn't have the logs on top of each other. That one drop in. Probably get another 2 on there. I'm loving the... Wee! Catch myself on that tree in my cab. But the only issue is, of course, I keep going under the ground. Oh, no I've not. I've just hit the jackpot. We've hit the mother lode with 3. Well, I did get stuck under the ground. But that's risky because we don't need to do that. Oh, that's going to be a problem. No, it's not. Blimey, Charlie, it's not. Actually, I might just leave that and just... Nah, we won't then. So I'm towards the dog. Down. Oh, I swung around there. To Noah's. Oops. Oh, now I've done it. Oh, it's going. It's dancing. A dancing on a Sunday night. Am I gonna get dollied? I'm gonna have to reverse that out. Or am I? Just get around that tree. Actually, got. Yes, put the straps on first. That's quite important. Bloody tree. Oh, made a right old jackknife myself. Stu's gonna love watching this. Oh, I thought I'd cleared it and I weren't looking in front of me because I'm looking behind me. Right, I'm off to the store. I'll see you in a moment. But a mere whisper away from you. A bit longer for me, because I think the hills might be an issue. Hello. It was a pleasurable drive there and back. Be a bit easier with this because there's less on here now. If I can, just can't quite see because the character doesn't move. Oh, that's an idea. I'm going to persist with this idea. If I can... Yeah, two's as good as an ace for the dealer, as they say. That's a blackjack term, if you didn't know. Which I've not said for a long time. And I'm actually quite... I think I'm going to buy the rest of the equipment, actually. Because it works really well. I mean, at the time of recording, there's something like 1,500 mods that Giant currently trying to get through. One of which is Calmsden, and I'll be doing a start from scratch on that as soon as that's out. This truck's waiting to get past, isn't he? You don't mind, he's working as well. He knows graft when he sees it. I keep thinking that screen at the top. Oh, he's waited very patiently. Is the rear view mirror, but it's not. Alright, that's... I wonder if Thrustmaster are going to be able to bring out a stick for PS5. Did not like that, did it? We've got it. We've got it. There's a tree somewhere behind me. At least one. Oops. I think I might have dropped that off the other side, haven't I? Oh no, no, got plenty room there. Right, from up top. Oh, look at your view. I wonder why this is a new thing with telehandlers. It's quite straightforward, isn't it, really? Oh, I've been doing that on front wheel steering anyway. Down we go. This should pull this quite easily because there's a lot less weight. But now we can pick up the wood contracts. Yeah, I'll have to pay another less than £1,000 for these bits on the front. I might test the bale grab out. In fact, I was going to pick up some more contracts, but should we test that trailer? We can test the trailers and the bales out. We can sell some bales, maybe. I guess it depends on the value of the silage. Let's have a quick look. Silage. Still not used to this menu. I can't believe, what's what, episode 16, I've not sold any silage yet. It's normally the go-to. Ooh. Oh. Is that the difference? 3... Well, it's good to sell all year round. Well then. We'll just make the whole episode a debut for the telehandler. Welcome to the family. See how you're getting on. At the minute, I'm much better than your namesake's harvester. I went to remove that harvester, the Fent Agro mod harvester, because of it struggling so much with the horsepower, and then I didn't in the end because it's a Giants one. So I was like, well, it'll be updated at some point surely, once they realise that it's not got enough horsepower to push its own. Maybe it was the header, maybe it was just the header. That header was only for the super heavy tracked version. But that wouldn't really make much sense when the little Massey Ferguson could get up the hill perfectly fine. In my testing, I don't know. I should put my beacons on really, shouldn't I? Oh no, just change steering. There you go. I quite like this camera, I don't know. Getting on some speeded up scenes with this. Looking over my shoulder, I need to get changed as well. It's April now, the weather's going to be getting much better. The question for you then, is a telehandler essentially the most important vehicle in A, farming simulator, B, farming in general? Because a lot of farms do like a telehandler. With a bounce around on something. Getting a bit nervous there, have I? No. On one of the testing bits that I've done with the in-game grapples, I had an issue with you're trying to close or open the grapple and the telearm's just coming in and out, so that wasn't useful. That's strange because there's less weight on it this time. Must be the beacon slowing it down, taking too much energy out. I forgot what I was saying. Complete brain fog. Oh yeah. So I picked up the same logging contract to test on, and at some point whilst I was driving, I released all the logs, and they'd spread themselves out between here and the contract, and I'd gone a very different way. I'd gone on that top road at the top of that hill, so they were all spread out, rolling all over the place. I didn't realise until I got here and I'd only got one log left on the trailer. It was quite embarrassing. And it's at that point I thought maybe this low loader's a bit too heavy for this vehicle, because I was going at 2 miles an hour the whole way. Right, shall we have a chat with Noah to see what's new before we get some bales done? Just pull up there. I don't think anybody's going to come in, but just in case. See what he's got to say. Alright, my old cocksparrow.
You visit quite often, don't you? Why?
I get paid to. I don't know which of these questions. Tell me more about yourself.
Would you prefer to discuss me or my craft?
What are you currently working on?
I am pleased with your choice. If you ever have an agreement with your neighbors, commit it to writing in an official agreement.
Agreement or arrangement? What do you mean?
Well, I just solved another case, and it was entirely avoidable. I'll give you an example. A charming couple own a greenhouse. Every time after harvesting the produce, the vegetables are stored next to the greenhouse outside.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. But in the last few weeks, the crop has partially or completely disappeared. The two of them have now contacted me, quite upset.
Not the police.
I visited the greenhouse post-haste. It had rained several times in the last few days, so the ground was soft and full of footprints. I devoted the rest of my day to catalog the various footprints. I measured the size, captured a photograph, and marked any distinctive characteristics.
Dear?
There was one footprint with a familiar symbol embedded. Use your intellect. Imagine being in my position. What would you do next?
I would have a look around the farm, because I'm thinking they're deer footprints.
You're thinking along the correct lines. I did the same. As I previously mentioned, the couple amasses their harvested vegetables next to the greenhouse. Our culprit is only active outside the greenhouse. So I proceeded to walk around the area next to the greenhouse. The neighbor's property is adjacent to it. I went over to the neighbor's house and rang the bell. He opened the door, appearing quite puzzled. While introducing myself, I noticed a pair of muddy shoes by the door. It bore the same symbol as the footprints.
Oh.
I inquired further about the greenhouse and the theft. The neighbor turned white as a sheet from shock. Then he hastily tried to justify himself. The couple and the neighbor had an agreement that he could take as many vegetables as he wanted. The neighbor thought all the vegetables next to the greenhouse were for him. With a brief conversation with the couple, they recollected it had been a mix-up. If they had committed the agreement to paper, this could have been entirely averted.
Well, the answer's... Ooh, I want to ask every answer. Let's keep it civil for now, shall we?
A simple exercise for my intellect, nothing special. So, another case solved. Time to stand around and ruminate on it. I prefer solitude now. Kindly, leave me be.
Not a problem. I need to go as well. I will also ruminate on your crime fighting skills. Well, I'm glad that I kept that civil at the end and didn't give it too much. I mean, I wanted to ask both of the bottom two questions there, but I didn't want to put his nose out of joint straight away. Plus we do quite a bit of work for him, so there's more to come, I'm sure, from that man. Right, now the only problem is, where the hell am I going to store this trailer? That's a good question. Either way, I will see you back at the yard with trailers intact. My other tractor is already over there, so I can bring it over on that, and we shall load some bales up. There might be a bit of a problem with the bale grab. Might be. Although it could be the bales. I don't know. They like to dance. That was all ready to be lovely, and then they all sprung off the end. I went mental. I'm really not sure Well, they're behaving now. You buggers. Oh. Maybe I'll stand corrected. Let's try and pop. That didn't like. Oop, oop, yeah. Yeah, so that's not happy with that, is it? Is it doing it just on its own, or no? It's doing it on its own. Probably going to need to get another bale grab to test it, aren't I? That is the sort of thing I'll probably do off camera. I struggle to get that one in there, unless it's annoying because there's something quite therapeutic about doing bales for me, I find, properly. No, I don't want it. Like, nah, bruv. There you go. Oh yeah, there you go. Can I squeeze on the top? It's a bit interesting that the price doesn't fluctuate. Oh, what's happened now? Is it because these are normal bales and not lightweight ones? No, it's the... I think it's the bale grab. That's quite a shame. Because that's a good one-stop shop. Let's get them strapped down. I really don't know what to do with this trailer. The little trailer we've got won't hook on to the telehandler. I've just tested it. However, there is an item that will allow us to do so. There's that magical multi-attach I can go this one first. Maybe I need more spikes. Oh, it's trying to get it. Maybe I get one with more spikes on it. Oh, what am I doing? Let's Getting the big dog. Hey, I missed it. But yeah, there is a little dolly attachment that, well, it will fit to dolly trailers, 3-point links, all the good stuff. Try again. No, not like that either. In. Flick it. It just doesn't want to sit on its side at all. It's like, absolutely not. And then I want to be that side of it. Let's go that way and clear me wood out. We're very close to having enough long planks to take them to the temple. Just waiting for another one to come through the system. But are we going to get much use out of that trailer is the question. I'll tell you what, let's use this telehandler to pull it. Because we're going to we'll make a couple of grand by getting rid of it. That's going to be worth maximum of 20 grand. The trolley, ooh, might be able to get that. The snuffle stuck. Basically fits on the hitch and has got all of the good stuff. On the back, so that's a multi-use jobby there, isn't it? But that's 10 grand. So having said that, you're not dealing with 5 ton of weight. I know full well if we get rid of this trailer at some point, I'm gonna go, should have kept hold of that trailer. But we can put everything we need on. We haven't got the room for storing it. There's a big issue as well. Like the tractor, the John Deere struggling to pull the trailer up the hill. It's a big heavy trailer, but it's not really designed for bales. It's there for heavy machinery and stuff, isn't it? And we're not really at that position at the minute. Although this is doing this job pretty well, and if we ever needed to move equipment in multiples, we can do that. And if we needed this and a trailer, when are we likely to do that now? 15 miles an hour is not bad. Taking this to the warehouse to get stuff. Do we need to take this to the warehouse? I need to get some pallet forks for it, that's for sure. Oh, 50-50. on this. I could do exactly the same with the snuffle stuck, but it's 10 grand. We sell this, we might have another 10 grand in the bank, but we're only going to have 2 grand of that profit probably. We'll have a little chat to Katie while we're here as well, won't we? Why not? Where do I take this to, Katie? I'm guessing I'm going to need to drop the straps off. And here? Yes. Well, there you go, 4.5 grand. We'll finish up with a little chat with her. We've got to integrate more, haven't we, really? How you doing? What do you reckon to my new rig?
You chatty today? Cool, me too. Let's chat.
Tell me something interesting.
Sure, just give me a second. I have to get my folder labeled Interesting Stuff. Tell me, are you prepared for the next Dahu catching day?
What? Catching what day?
Dahu catching day. Don't you know about it? A Dahu, my friend, is a mythical creature originally from Switzerland, France, and Italy. I don't quite know how it made its way over here. My guess is some lucky person brought it over from one of their travels. Maybe it found its way here on its own, and hid on a ship or something. Although that's unlikely, as it is mostly running in circles and is everything but inconspicuous. I can see you need some more explanation, don't you? Well, let's expand your knowledge of mythical creatures.
Yeah.
So it looks a bit like a mountain goat, with the horns of a ram, the tail of a cow, and the ears of a dog. But the most striking thing is that its front and hind legs are shorter on one side, due to having adjusted to mountain slopes.
Where are you getting this from?
A former colleague from my travels told me about it. I haven't seen one myself yet, I have to admit. But that's what Dahu Catching Day is for, and I'm trying to establish it as a community event. There are 2 different types of Dahu, the Dahus dexterus and the Dahus sinestris. While the Dahus dexterus' legs are shorter on the right side, the Dahus sinestris' legs are shorter on the left side.
That would make sense.
They rarely meet, since the way they go around the mountain is exactly the opposite of each other. Dahus are very sociable creatures, even if a bit lonely due to their stationary living conditions. If you want to catch one, you need to call out its name while being lower on the slope. Since it's so happy to see someone, it'll turn around and lose its footing, and then you can catch it. I personally would probably just ask it if it would like to hang out and come to the farm. A field on a hill would be perfect, so it's still in its natural habitat of a hilly terrain. Anyway, it's said that they bring very good luck if you manage to catch one. But due to its rarity, catching days are restricted to February 29th and April 1st.
Yeah, April the 1st, yeah. That person that told you about it probably been smoking something they shouldn't have.
Yes, exactly. If you manage to catch one, please come see me. I want to take a look. And pet it.
Well, I've just cleared a hill out. I was thinking of putting some goats on there myself. Maybe we'll go with Datsus, Datsuns, Dachshunds. I need to go. Many thanks. Ah! Dead. Accidentally did attach my trailer. Style that out. I don't know what that was about. That was a way to end the episode, wasn't it? So, she's lost me. There we have it. Decisions to be made on the trailer. Decisions to be made on the bale spike. Many things to consider, but the fence telehandler's debut, I think, was an absolute success. Let me know your thoughts or opinions in the comments section below, or anywhere that it pops up on your screen, depending on what you're watching on. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you've not subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye from now.